Now that's a boatload of fun! Alright, take two. I moved over to fill up those 18 cases, went through the whole spiel, and never turned the camera on. So I had to go, I decided what I'm going to do is finish filling up this box, so that'll be 50 rounds. So I went over and filled up 14 more rounds anyways, just so I could finish the video for you guys. So let's take a coffee break, regroup. What I finished up the last video saying was, you see a bunch of equipment here. This right here is a sizer, and also put my gas checks on for lead bullets. This press right here is set up for lead bullets, 155 grain. This press right here is set up for the Hornady 240 grain copper jacketed bullets. All 44 Magnum all the way down through. And then this press over here is my bullet puller, also set up for a 44 Magnum. This press I had given to me by my father. I tried it, I liked it, and then I scoured out another one on eBay that I purchased for a really good price. So these are all set up so I can sit down just like the factory. My powder measure is down there, my sizer, my everything, and I can punch out a lot of loads in this caliber, and then I'm done with it. So that's why I set up the entire bench with all, this is all 44 caliber. These things right here you can purchase on eBay to go, so you don't even have to reset your dies. The dies I purchased on eBay, as well as the piece to put them in. So, and just watch your prices, that's all. But anyways, and make sure that if it looks like a piece of junk, then it probably is a piece of junk. But these things can be purchased online on eBay for a really good price. And the same thing with these RCBS powder measurers. So that's what today's video is all about anyways, is the powder measure. And I'm just finishing off the video with actually putting making sure I got two cameras running here today for the first time. I'm just finishing off the video because what I've done is I've built a box of bullets, which is 50 rounds. I looked last night, I was online just for the fun of it, and I was on the Medway site, USA, and I just for the fun of it, I got into the 44 Magnum bullets, to buy all ready to go. And it was over $60 a box, 61 something, plus shipping. Now I don't know if it needed a hazmat or not. I don't buy bullets online like that, so I don't know if there was a hazmat charge. But anyways, that would have put me with the shipping and everything. That would have put me, probably closer to $70 a box. I can easily push out 2 boxes an hour. And that's not even trying. And that's with these, they call these turret presses. I call them single stage, because I have to do all of the manipulating myself. And I enjoy that part of it. So you'll never see me automated up here as far as my reloading equipment. I can already build more bullets than I can shoot anyways. So that's why you don't see me, I don't need to push out 5,000 rounds an hour. And to me, it complicates it. I like this because it's a place for me to come, relax. I don't have to overthink a whole lot of stuff. So that's why I do it. maybe I said this earlier in this video, but what I do is I shoot at least 6 copper jacketed bullets. 6 copper jacketed bullets after shooting lead. The theory is that the copper jacket bullet helps clean the barrel. And I don't mind doing it. So if it helps a little bit, then so be it. If it doesn't help, then no great loss. It's just I had to shoot some different bullets, that's all. So this is going to top off that box. It's going to give me 50 rounds of 44 Magnum at $60 a box. And that's just what they look like when they come home. When you buy them. You know, you got your 44 Magnum case, you got your copper jacketed bullet. And who knows, I mean, I'm probably looking at, I'd have to do the math on these. On the lead bullets, it's extremely cheap to shoot the 44 Magnum. I think, I want to say these are $30, around $30 for 100. I don't know, I bought these about 4 years ago, so who knows. What I do now is I just look stuff up, keep track of it, make sure it's still available, and as long as everything's still available, then I'm a happy camper. My plan after this is we're going to go over to the powder measurer again, and I need to set up for another load. So I'm going to show you how I set up the powder measurer for the first time to change the amount of powder, change the powder weight. It takes a few shells to get it. Here's the last one. It takes a few shells of measuring to get the powder measurer set the way you want it. But once you're set the way you want it, then it's a done deal. And you can push out the whole box of 100 with no problem at all. So, for the retake, we had 18 when I first did it, but here we are now. That's 18 bullets, which you saw how fast it was to put the tops on them. And here's 50 rounds of 44 Magnum. And these are self-defense loads as well. This is a 240 grain hollow point bullet. I got the 240 grain hollow point bullet. The cases were Remington. The primers I used were Federal large Magnum primers. The powder is little gun, and it was the set for weight was 17.7 grains of powder, and it's the Hornady 240 grain XTP. Velocity will be somewhere around 1,200 feet per second, and all this came out of the Hornady reloading manual. So. But most of this ammunition gets shot at the shooting range just because you shoot them, you unload them, you come back up here, you fill them up again, and then you head back to the shooting range and unload them. You see that? I can do at least 2 boxes an hour. So at $60 a box, that's $120 an hour. I don't know too many people that make $120 an hour. So if you're not into reloading, here's a prime example. If you're shooting a pistol, a .357 pistol, or you're shooting a .38, or you're shooting a 9mm, any of those, it's really easy to set up for pistol loads. They're not nearly as complicated as long range shooting in rifles. So here you go. Have a cup of coffee, I hope all this is helpful to you. I know that my ratings go down when I do reloading videos, but you know what? This is important. When ammunition costs as much as it's costing right now, to me it's important anyways. One of the other things you want to make sure that you do is when you're reloading, is do what's called the plunk test. Now you can buy a 44 Magnum sizer, but why would you do that when you already own one? You know, this is a revolver, so this is a take out of the gun. But if you have a semi-automatic, it's the same thing. All you want to do is take your barrel off your semi-automatic. Or here I take the cylinder out, and the plunk test is the bullet falls in there and goes kaplunk. You want to make sure whether it's a semi-automatic or this one, that your bullets just flop in there and they come out just as easy. And the same thing on your semi-automatics. Now, if they don't come out or they're going in stiff, then they have a sizer. This is a 44 Magnum sizer die. So, and the same thing with I have to resize my 357 for whatever reason. They bulge when I'm putting them together, the bullet. So I just run them through the sizer afterwards, and everything's perfect. So I hope this was informational for you. If you like it, leave me a comment. If you don't like it, well, leave me a comment too. You have a great day, and I will see you next week.